right. What do we got here? We have everyone that's made this possible. Here we are.
I can't tell you how busy I've been the last couple of days. How about you?
Not at all. No busyness whatsoever.
You've done the Today Show, you've done the Tonight Show, and this is the Tomorrow Show.
It is the Tomorrow Show, the future.
Well, now that you've had time to let it sink in, how does it feel?
And Feherty, I don't really feel like I've had full time to let it sink in. I've been going to so many places. But I can't tell you, the brief moments I had, even in the media center just a minute ago, there was a couple tears that came out.
I haven't truly cried yet, and I don't want this to be the time I cry.
It finally hit me when people were asking me questions about the fans and what it meant, Pinehurst, pain, just everything. And it was it's the most special moment in my entire life.
Was there a pivotal moment, in that last round for you?
There was.
Where was that? Number 8?
Yeah, getting up and down, hitting it right off the tee, getting into trouble, unlike me all week, unlike me. And hitting it up and around the trees, through the trees, down the back left-hand side of the green, having an impossible up and down.
What everybody
said was an impossible up and down, and having a lie that I was like, wow, I can get this up in the air, land it on the slope, and let it trickle down. And I didn't done it in Friday's round. I got up and down. I'm like, you can do it again. Come on, let's do it. And DeChambeau said, I've seen you get up and down from way harder places, is what he said. And I hit it up there at 11 feet and knocked it in.
Take me through the driver change Sunday morning.
Yeah. So the face just felt like it was getting a little too flat, and I was hitting some curved, like it was curving pretty hard. And so I was like, let's try a new fresh head. And I had a head, but it was a 5-degree lofted. It was a 1 degree lower loft compared to the 6-degree lofted club. And the orientation of the face was a little bit different on the 6-degree compared to the 5, and it set it a little bit more open. And so I was missing him right all the first half of the tournament.
In the last round of the US Open,
yes,
you changed to a driver with only 5 degrees.
Oh yeah,
that's a putter.
I know it is. My putter actually has more loft on it than that driver. But what I can say is I did it because I wanted the ball not to curve as much. Right. And consequently it didn't. I started balls out to the right and they didn't come back enough. It was too rounded for me. It needed to be worn in a little bit before I could use it to its full potential. And unfortunately, I made that decision. I'll know next time to have better backup heads.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at this and I see Bryson DeChambeau 2020 and 2024. What's the difference between this one and the first?
Winning a major once, especially the US Open once, is quite a feat. But being able to validate it and verify it is a whole different thing for me in my brain. You can do something, I've always said in my YouTube videos, you can do it once, but if you can't do it again and again and again, what was that one time really about?
People have been saying, that you've transformed yourself. Do you feel like that, or do you just feel like the real Bryson has come out?
You just answered it. I feel like I've been this kid from Clovis, California my whole entire life, and I never played golf to become famous. It was always about playing to win. You've
done a bad job of that.
You're right. But initially I played golf just to win, so I didn't care about anything else. And as time has gone on, I realized the importance of the people that make this great game what it is today, the fans, people around the game of golf. They're the ones that make this true game and allow us professionals to play for these prestigious titles. And so that realization transformed my mind, and I felt like the real me, compared to being this golfer me, came out.
Well, Jack wasn't popular when he first came out. There was the thing with Arnold and all the rest. I mean, do you feel that people know you better now?
I really believe they understand and know me a lot better because of YouTube and what LIV's provided. That platform with the team aspect and atmosphere, seeing us come together as a band of brothers. All of those factors have allowed that to be more expressed.
And the team, you spoke about the team earlier in the week, you know, the effect that the other guys have had on you. How big has that been?
It's been everything. It's what's allowed me to win this major championship. I mean, in Singapore, I was giving up. I was like, there's no way I can continue to keep going with the game that I have, and my equipment's not working, I'm not working, I don't know what to do, my life's a crazy place. My father wasn't doing well, and everything was just hitting rock bottom. But luckily I had those guys say, you know, from rock bottom, there's only one way to go, and that's up.
You know, after the prize giving, you spent so much time with the crowd, and, you know, you've been giving yourself just incessantly, you know, since you picked up that trophy.
This is what it's all about, sharing the experience.
Do you have a sense of just how much you're loved?
Don't make me cry. Yeah. Like you said, it's been a transformative period. The fans know me a lot better now, and that gratitude that I have for the fans and them seeing me for who I am, is so cool. It's awesome, and I have to give thanks to them. That's why I want them to touch. That's because they're a part of this. They're part of the reason what pushed me to win this tournament, and that's the reason why I want to give back to them, because they were a part of this win.
You didn't make the Olympic team because of the world golf rankings.
Yeah.
Where, you know, realistically would you put yourself in those rankings, you know, right now?
I'm up there.
Yeah.
I am up there, but that's not for me to decide. I understood the ramifications, if you want to say the ramifications, of going to LIV. I mean, I felt like I got blessed by going to LIV. But, you know, there are things that come about with that, and I understand that we don't have points, and I respect that, and I knew what I was getting into when I signed up. Albeit it's frustrating, I still feel like I'm one of the best players in the world and can compete on any level, any stage, and give them hell.
Has there been anything about the LIV Golf League system that's helped you think, become a better player?
Yeah, especially for major championships. I mean, man, the off time we have, the ability to work on my game, ability to come up with new ideas that have allowed me to make my game flourish and grow is instrumental. People early on were saying, it's not enough tournaments, and I'm like, no, there are enough tournaments. It's just, we got to place them in the correct places, which this year they did. And boy, has it just exploded my game. With the right equipment and the right prep time, the right lead up time, LIV Golf has been a tremendous help to what I've been able to accomplish this year.
When people talk about building brands, you've done a better job of that, I think, than any other player out here, especially for the Crushers. It's become enormous. You see the opportunity for the Crushers to be something even bigger?
We're just beginning, David. This is just the start. And I hope we can all be a model for what LIV Golf can be. You know, our team on the Crushers and the people that we've set around ourselves out here, the social media team, the players that I have, Connor, management, just the way we take care of things. I really hope we set a nice precedent for what LIV Golf can just start to be. We're just the infancy stage, and I can't tell you, if we all get behind and do the right things, how explosive in a positive way LIV Golf is going to be for the game of golf.
You've had some interesting matches with your social media. Is there anybody else we can expect to see?
Yeah, you might have saw on Twitter there was some exchanges with Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, so might be teeing you guys up for something special here coming soon.
Well, we're all so proud of you.
Thanks.
Here.
Thank you, David.
Congratulations
You're the
again.
best. Thank you, David.